All right, if I can have everyone's attention, we will get started. While we're going here, though, if you're still hungry, there's still food. If you're still hungry, don't be shy. Please help yourself to more food. There's plenty of food down there. Before we get started, though, I would like to give a big thank you to Legends Global, ASM Global staff, and the chef and dietary and their whole staff for getting this all set up today. Let's give a big hand for them. As you notice this year, our plates and our utensils are compostable, so there's a different trash around, so make sure you're sorting those when you throw them away so we can compost what we can compost and be good stewards of the land. So with that, my name is Tim Quinn, CEO, Greater Stockton Chamber of Commerce again, for those that weren't here when I welcomed everyone earlier. I really want to thank you for being here today for this fantastic, wonderful community event to celebrate our great city of Stockton. If you would need translation services today, there will be a QR code that we'll put on the screen here. You can scan that QR code and pick your language for your translation services for that, so you can be able to follow along with what we're doing. All right. So before we hear from the mayor today, I would like to introduce my boss, I guess, the Stockton Chamber 2025-26 president, to say a few words about the chamber and all the great stuff to it. So I'd like to introduce Elizabeth Kim.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Elizabeth Kim, and it has been my great privilege and honor to serve as the president of the Greater Stockton Chamber of Commerce over the past year. I would like to begin by first thanking our valued State of the City sponsors. There are so many of you to recognize individually with the limited time that we have today, but I encourage you to take a look at the inside cover of the program on your table. And you may have also seen their names displayed on the screens throughout the event today. Once again, to our sponsors, thank you. Thank you so very much. I would also like to thank our Legends Global and City staff for their partnership in making today's event such a successful one. Once again, can we give them a round of applause? And thank you to all of our members of the Greater Stockton Chamber of Commerce for coming here today and being in attendance and your continued support and membership. If you are a member of the Chamber, please raise your hand to be recognized. Wow. Thank you. And if you have not raised your hand because you're not yet a member, we would be delighted to have you join us. There are many exciting things happening at the Chamber right now. This year, the Stockton Chamber celebrated its 125th anniversary. How amazing is that? Proudly founded in 1901, the Stockton Chamber continues to be the voice of our local businesses. We're proud of the role that we serve in advancing and strengthening our business community. From our outstanding annual events and monthly mixers to our award-winning programs, there truly is something for everyone. If sustainability is your passion, we offer our award-winning Green Team San Joaquin program. If you are interested in helping prepare Stockton Unified High School students for the workforce and higher education, Business Education Alliance is for you. If you would like to get a deeper understanding of our community and learn ways to make a meaningful impact, Leadership Stockton is an exceptional opportunity. The applications for 2026-2027 class are now open. Please consider joining. And if public safety and curbing retail theft are important to you, our START program, Standing Together Against All Regional Theft, provides a meaningful way for you to get involved. For our programs and our events, for more information, please visit stocktonchamber.org or our chamber booth on your way out, and we'd be happy to speak with you. I could go on and on about the wonderful work the chamber is doing, but we are here for an important program for our main event to hear from Stockton Mayor Christina Fugazi. So without further ado, I will turn things over to the city staff to officially begin the meeting. And here is our Mayor Christina Fugazi.
Thank you so much. Just so you know, we are having an official meeting. So I hereby call the meeting to order. City Clerk, let's do roll call.
The record will officially show, in absence, Councilmember Padilla. Present, we have Councilmember Ponce, Councilmember Blauer, Councilmember Enriquez, Councilmember Villapadua, Vice Mayor Lee, and Mayor Fugazi. We have a quorum.
Wonderful, thank you. So this year's theme is really simple, direct, and intentional. The theme is Stockton is ready. We're ready to lead. We're ready to compete because this city deserves it. We're ready to invest in public safety, infrastructure, neighborhoods, youth, jobs, and the civic future. Before we begin today's program, I would like to recognize the members of Stockton City Council who are here with us today, and we have a number of elected officials. I know we have Trevor from U.S. Senator Adam Schiff's office. I don't know when we've had a U.S. Senator at one of our State of the City, so I appreciate that very much so. We have members of our County Board of Supervisors. I know I saw Supervisor Canepa, Supervisor Gardea, and people from staff from Supervisor Ding's office. Who am I forgetting? Okay, I guess I got through everyone. And as we go through this, I also want to recognize the individuals. Oh, we have the superintendent that's here as well for Stockton Unified. And we have members from the San Joaquin Delta College. I don't know if I saw the president, but I did see members from that board. Stockton Unified School Board. We have those that are here that serve on boards and commissions. And if you all can stand up, if you volunteer for this city in any way, shape, or form, can you please stand up? Dwayne, Chris, yep. I saw you stand up back there. Okay, so now as we continue in this meeting, we are going to be doing our land acknowledgement and blessing. In case you didn't know, this land here is very specific and has, it has ancestral, it's the ancestral homeland of Native people who cared for this region since the time of immemorial, including the North Valley Yokuts and other indigenous communities connected to the San Joaquin Valley and Delta. We recognize their enduring relationship to the land, water, and community. We honor their history, their resilience, and their continued presence. As we discuss the future of Stockton, we do it so with respect for those who came before us and those who have the responsibility to take care of it and will inherit it after us. So at this time, I would like to invite up Destiny Rivas, Elder Joseph Mays, and Elder Terry Hansen.
Machushkash, Kanye, Oyashe, Destiny Rivas, Lokshon, Stocktonum. Welcome everyone, my name is Destiny Rivas. I'm from Stockton. Thank you guys for coming today. I'm Stockton Unified School District's Native American Indian Center. First, I'd like to introduce Elder Terry Henson and Joseph Mays as they're going to do the blessing, and then I'll come back and do the land acknowledgement.
What we're going to be doing today is a silent blessing. It's a silent prayer. Myself and Joe are both Vietnam veterans, 25th Infantry Division, Vietnam. Joe will start. Thank you. What we do in this blessing, he will start in the east. He will light the sage. He will go the 4 directions. As he does that, I will play the flute. He will bless the mayor. The reason we burn the sage represents it gets rid of the negative. Okay, that's why the Native Americans burned sage. It clears the path to open up the doors to let the good in, okay? That's why we burn it today, to get rid of any negative influences in Stockton, okay? To let the good in, okay? So that's why we're doing this today. So we will start here as he lights the sage, and we'll see everything going. Let me get
Thank you, Uncle Judge, and thank you, Terry. So right now we would like to acknowledge that this is the ancestral homelands and the Yokuts and the Miwok people. This is the land on which we have guarded and taken care of the land and the waterways for generations. We want to acknowledge our elders, past and present, who are still teaching us how to take care of it, how to make it ready for generations to come. We'd like to also thank the mayor for making sure to always include us and making sure that we have visibility, because so often in our community right here in Stockton, we have such a high suicide rate amongst our youth. So it's important for us to be at events like this. It's important for us to be known that we are still here, that even if we're not dressed like this, we are here for you and we're here part of this community. So we'd like to thank and honor you guys for bringing us forward and making sure that we are known as being part of your guys' community, because we are here, we're with you, and we're part of our city. So at this time, I'd like to give it back to the mayor. Thank you.
Okay, before we get to the presentation of colors, I also want to recognize that our district attorney, Ron Freitas, is here. So, If you all could please rise and welcome Edison High School's JROTC unit. Okay, at this time we'll have our Pledge of Allegiance that will be presented by Councilmember Villapudua.
Good afternoon, everyone. Please join me as we will sing the Pledge Allegiance to the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Next up, we have Karina Acevedo, who will be doing the national anthem a cappella.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Next up, I am pleased to have Pastor Glenn Shields from Progressive Community Church, who will be giving us the invocation today.
Let us pray. Our Father and our God, we say thank you for today. We thank you for every resident of Stockton. We thank you for our mayor. We thank you for the city council, city manager. We thank you for all of the officials who serve this city. We're asking on this day, grant them wisdom, grant them insight, grant them the spirit of cooperation, that we might be the best that we can be, that they can be, as they attempt to serve the city. Thank you for your favor. Thank you for your grace and your mercy. It is in Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Okay, now we're getting to the meat and potatoes of the program. Oh, it was pasta today, right? There was no potatoes. So today's State of the City comes at an important moment. Stockton is a city of extraordinary assets. A working port, I know I saw the Port Commission out here somewhere. A strategic location, a young and diverse workforce, strong neighborhoods, regional transportation corridors, and a spirit of resilience that has defined this community for generations. But Stockton is also facing urgent responsibilities: public safety, housing and homelessness, infrastructure, economic growth, youth opportunity, parks and public spaces. The basic expectation that city government will be present, prepared, and accountable. This morning, we acknowledge the challenges and the promise of a city.
Before there was a state of California, there was a city of Stockton. They came from every corner of the world, bringing their hopes, their hunger, their grit, to carve a future from these fertile delta lands. When gold was found in the foothills, it was from Stockton that miners gathered their supplies. From the ships and railroads that moved through the port every single day. This city didn't wait for California to be built. Stockton helped build it. Chinese laborers and Filipino farmhands, Mexican families of Pacific Islanders, European immigrants chasing new opportunities. Sikhs who built the first Gurdwara in America right here in 1912. They wove themselves into the fabric of the city with calloused hands and bent backs, planting, harvesting, inventing, building every shade, every language, every faith. So many differences, bound together by common cultural work, creation, and an absolute refusal to quit. And the people of Stockton didn't just build California. We were part of building a new nation. Benjamin Holt's tractor, born right here, became Caterpillar, and its technology helped with the First World War. R.G. Letourneau designed the modern bulldozer in a Stockton workshop, then used it to build the highway to Hoover Dam. Sampson Iron Works built the pumps that irrigated the Central Valley and helped feed America. Our pencil slat factory shipped enough wood to put billions of pencils into the hands of students and workers, and when the sawdust piled up, they turned it into Duraflame, now warming living rooms across the continent. Domenico Ghirardelli opened his doors in Stockton before his chocolate became an American icon. And when the world was called to war against fascism, 10 Stockton shipyards and 12,000 workers answered, launching warships days after Pearl Harbor. When our farm workers demanded dignity, leaders like Larry Itliong and Dolores Huerta stood up right here and changed the nation. But that fighting spirit didn't stop at the picket line. Yaqui Lopez fought his way into the World Boxing Hall of Fame. Nick and Nate Diaz put Stockton on the map with nothing but their fist and the refusal to back down. Gabriel Flores Jr. delivered highlight reel meltdowns on national television. And right now, a 14-year-old girl named Faith Gomez is training in her family's garage. Already a national champion, carrying the nickname the Mexican-American Dream, because in Stockton, if you're willing to work, fight, and never give up, your dreams can come true. Just like the farm worker's son who picked crops on these same fields, looked up at the stars, and took that Stockton spirit and determination to space. A Greek immigrant's boy who baked bread before school started with an $800 truck and built a billion-dollar empire and never left Stockton. Banking families, farming families, business families, 3, 4, 5 generations deep, still here, still building. Because Stockton doesn't just grow crops. We don't just grow companies, we grow legends. We grow champions. That sense of never quit runs to the bone in the people who travel these streets. It always has. We are Stockton. We are the most diverse city in America, the second largest inland logistics hub in the nation. We are an unstoppable giant that's waking up.
It's been a huge year for Stockton. We've been hard at work making our city cleaner, safer, and a better place for everyone to call home. Our crews cleared 4,178 tons of illegal trash, filled over 25,200 potholes, resurfaced 12.5 miles of road, and repaired more than 1,000 streetlights. Our community recycling events were just as impactful, collecting over 61 tons of solid waste, more than 7 tons of green waste, and over 26 tons of electronics. And if you're wondering why the decimals are there, it's because we recognize the extra effort that our crews and our community put in. Public safety and health remain a top priority. The city opened a new police substation in Sierra Vista and a pet wellness and adoption center on West Fremont Street. Our groundwater recharge project expands the Delta plant to store millions of gallons for future drought protection. Currently, the plant delivers 30 million gallons of clean water daily to nearly 200,000 customers throughout Stockton. For our neighbors in need, we opened the Carol and Henry Zyder Navigation Center at St. Mary's with 68 beds, and opened 2 housing projects, the Calaveras Quarters and Park Center Apartments, providing 110 new units for families, youth, and veterans. The city also helped fund Gospel Center Rescue Mission's latest project that added an additional 110 beds with modern amenities like private showers, laundry facilities, and common areas to socialize. Our local economy continued to grow through the efforts of Ask Stockton, ASM Global, and our host for this event, the Stockton Chamber. New businesses, new industry, and world-class entertainment are helping make Stockton a destination. Special events generated a $10 million economic impact to the city. And our city-owned garage and service lots alone brought in over $4.7 million in revenue. We also celebrated the Civic Auditorium's 100th anniversary, while Pixie Woods continued to be a valued family destination as it hosted over 13,000 visitors. We're investing deeply in our families while serving 18,000 youth meals and 20,000 senior meals. The Stockton Public Library's Playmobile expanded its impact with over 112 deployments. And speaking of our seniors, they stayed active with 42 wellness walks totaling 2,085 miles, which, if you do the math, means they walked to Anchorage, Alaska. And regardless of age, the city was inspired to support local talent with $100,000 in art grants. Our youth are more active than ever, with an 85% jump in sports participation. Looking ahead to summer, we're expanding accessible recreational facilities to 9 public pools. Last year, city staff provided 347 free swim lessons, and over 14,000 of you waded, swam, and cannonballed the summer away. Between seasonal camps for 4,000 kids and our Play in the Shade activities for over 600 youth, Stockton youth are active. This year, the city unveiled Stockton's newest park in North Stockton named Inspiration, which was dedicated to the memory of fallen Stockton police officer Jimmy Inn and Stockton Fire Captain Max Fortuna. The Ursula Meyer Library and Community Center is now open, offering residents new recreation and educational opportunities. It is a state-of-the-art modern community space. This facility provides opportunities for Stockton's young adults that goes beyond the screens of their iPhones. There are athletic facilities, lecture rooms, and community gathering areas that will facilitate the kind of imagination, cooperation, and mentorship that will create pathways to the next generation of careers. Our city job fair for Stockton youth between the ages of 14 to 19 led to 14 new hires, while 742 teens gained vital skills through Project Toolbox, focused on empowering youth to build foundational life skills, explore career pathways, and prepare for higher education and professional growth. With 16 new programs and 228 new recreational opportunities, Stockton is just getting started.
Fire department, what is the address of the emergency?
There's a fire. I feel like there's people in the house.
Okay, we have help on the way.
For the units responding to a $3 high, possibly still 2 people inside the home trapped.
Control to agencies on scene. We have a single-story single-family dwelling. We have heavy fire showing from the back. We're going to be checking into the quarter. Water is going to be behind us. We're going to need help with the first in line of water supply. H2 taxi van.
What's that?
I'm going to let you talk to them. Thank you so much for your help. We're on our way.
First sheets on fire of a single-story residence. One female patient is trapped inside in the back room.
Short Q command. Sounds like we have a victim out in front of us towards the trolley side. There is a window in that direction.
When you need help and seconds count, we're on our way. This is your Stockton Fire Department.
I figured we could show you better than we could tell you. And now we're going to get to the tell you part. And I promise, it was 21 pages, and I reduced it to 15. So hopefully we won't be here too long. But I want to start off, nobody gets my jokes, and it wasn't even Chief. I mean, come on, guys. It tells me who's listening. But I really want to go ahead and thank Tim. I know that he was stressing out about this week and this event, because so was I. And I want to thank the Chamber for bringing us together today. I also want to thank our City Council. I didn't mention them by name, but I do want to do that now. Vice Mayor Lee, Councilman Blower, Councilwoman Ponce, Councilmember Enriquez, and Councilmember Villapudua. And I also want to thank Councilmember Padilla, even though she couldn't make it because she's at a graduation. Her daughter just graduated from college. I also want to make sure that we understand that this isn't just us doing it. Actually, we're not the ones doing the heavy lifting. That comes to our city staff, specifically our city manager, and he has assembled an incredible team of individuals that are pushing Stockton forward. Business leaders, first responders, nonprofit, faith leaders, labor partners, and every resident that shows up. And not just when cameras are on, but when the work is hard, quiet, and unfinished. That is what I really want to talk about today, the work. Not the slogan, not the headline, definitely not what's on social media, but plain and simple, the work. The state of the city is not just about what we announce, it's about what we are doing, fixing, and building. It's about getting a job done without excuses. When I ran for mayor, I made a commitment to the people of Stockton that City Hall would get back to the basics, that we would take public safety seriously, clean up neighborhoods, support families, young people, small businesses, and the people that keep this city moving. I said then, and I still believe it now, Stockton doesn't need more speeches about our problems. Stockton needs action, and action is not always dramatic. Sometimes action looks like a pothole being fixed. Sometimes it's like getting a street light repaired. Sometimes it's a police officer being closer to the neighborhood they serve, or a public works team clearing debris for the next storm. Most of that work doesn't go viral, but it matters. It matters to the mother walking her child to school. It matters to the disabled who need accessible sidewalks. It matters to the small business owner who needs the street clean, the lights working, and customers to feel safe. It matters to the family calling 911 and praying someone gets there fast. This is the work of a city, and that is the work that we've been doing. As you've seen, all the stats up there, but I really want to drive this point home, that we've replaced more than 1,000 street lights and 25,000 potholes have been filled. We've expanded and put enforcement behind our smoke shop and our sideshow ordinances. There have been over 42,000 calls for help answered by our fire department. They resuscitated 127 people and extinguished 200 structure fires that could have easily caused more than $170 million in damages. When I came into office, I made an early commitment to restore focus, discipline, and accountability to city government. I said we would not chase every shiny new object while basic services are being ignored. I said we would strengthen public safety. I said we would address homelessness with urgency and humanity, but also with honesty. Those were promises made, and today we are talking about promises kept and promises that we're still working on each and every single day. Let's talk about public safety, because without safety, nothing else works. Businesses do not grow where people do not feel safe. Children do not thrive where families do not feel safe. Neighborhoods do not stabilize where people believe government has disappeared. Public safety isn't just a department. It is the foundation of a functioning city. That is why we've been working with our police department, fire department, city leadership, regional partners, and community organizations to ensure Stockton is not only responding to emergencies, but also preparing for them. We are looking at response times. We're looking at staffing and neighborhood presence. We are looking at where the city has grown, where service demands have increased, and where public safety infrastructure must catch up. Getting to where help is needed, this is why I support CENCAL. This is the most important and significant regional emergency response contract that this city has improved. It is a joint agreement bringing multiple fire districts and EMS into a partnership to bring enhanced joint service, better response times, and strengthens emergency services. It's also why I support upgrade to the flock system. Using drones as first responders is the future. This is technology that allows public safety professionals to conduct real-time assessments without putting lives at risk. To date, the flock system has provided data to apprehend criminals without putting police or civilians in harm's way. Paired with state and federal partners, we've been able to get information that normally would have taken hours, just seconds, providing law enforcement the resources to get it right every time. And as of this past Monday, the police department has Axon, which provides real-time translation capabilities built right into their body cams. Our community is diverse, and language should never be a barrier to safety, assistance, or access to services. This is not always the work that's getting the ribbon cutting. A fire station map doesn't go viral. A dispatch system upgrade doesn't trend. A staffing plan does not fit neatly into a 15-second video. But those are the things that determine help arrives when a family needs it. Those are the things that help police officers respond faster, communicate better, and builds trust block by block. Those are the things that matter. And in Stockton, that's the work that we're doing. We are working to ensure that as Stockton grows, our public safety grows with it. And I want to be clear, public safety is not just about enforcement. It's prevention, it's clean streets, it's youth opportunity, mental health response, housing, and accountability. A safer Stockton is built by police officers, firefighters, dispatchers, public works crew, park staff, water technicians, mentors, and neighbors. A safer Stockton is built by all of us. And that brings me to the work that most people only notice when it's not done, and they forget about it when it's working. Anybody remember the trash last summer? When parks are needing to get cleaned up after a celebration, it happens. When storm drains need to be cleaned, it happens. Sidewalks repairs, it's happening. Graffiti removed, it happens. Abandoned vehicles towed happens. And blight, we're working to eradicate that from Stockton. This is the work every day of local government. It's not glamorous, but it's essential. And I want every city employees, raise your hand. We got a ton in here, okay? I want you to know that we see you. We see the work that you're doing to clear up illegal dumping, of which over 4,000 tons have been removed. We see the teams responding to downed trees, flooded streets, and public spaces that need attention. We see the staff making sure that the machinery of government keeps moving. You may not always be in the photos, but you are in the results. This past year, as we heard, 1,200 calls for service have been addressed or are pending in Ask Stockton. My office alone has reported nearly 200 constituent requests. Most of them have been resolved or are awaiting resolution, which sometimes is the responsibility of a county, state, or federal agency. Those cases are how a city is judged and whether the basics work. Are the streets safer? I say yes. Homicides are down 43% compared to last year. Injury and shootings are down 19%. DUI arrests are up by almost 12%, and we've taken over 260 firearms off the street. And the best statistic yet, we've had 0 juvenile homicides this year. This trend continues to go down. Yes? This trend continues to go down, and we are seeing some of the best numbers since we started tracking incidents roughly 20 years ago. So please do not believe the narrative that crime is out of control, because the numbers tell a far different story. Are the lights on? Yes. Are the parks cared for? Yes. And why? Because youth in sports are harder to recruit for crime. Are the neighborhoods cleaner? I'd say yes. Are we responding when people ask for help? Yes. That is the standard we are setting. And we are not pretending like everything is fixed, because it's not. 12.5 miles of road being fixed, it's not enough. But we know that the work needs to be done. We have neighborhoods that need more attention. We have families living with the daily reality of homelessness, addiction, mental illness, and poverty. We have residents who are frustrated, and many of them have every right to be. But I didn't run for mayor to tell people about their frustrations being wrong. I ran for mayor to do something about it, and that means building systems. Systems that last longer than a press conference. It means aligning departments that used to work in silos. It means making sure we are not operating as separate conversations, but as one citywide strategy. Because when a street is dirty, when a park is unsafe, when a business corridor is struggling, when families are living outside, and when emergency calls are increasing, those are not separate problems. They are all connected, and our response has to be connected too. That is why so much of the work this year has been behind the scenes. Budget meetings, department briefings, regional coordination, project lists, staffing plans, data reviews. Hard conversations about what we can afford and what we cannot ignore, and what we must prioritize. That may not make for an exciting social media post or a news story, but is how cities get better, and Stockton is getting organized. We're showing up with a plan. We're showing up with projects. We're showing up with maps, numbers, community needs, public safety priorities, infrastructure needs, and a clear case for why investing in Stockton is not just good for Stockton, it's good for the region, it's good for the state, and it's good for this country. Stockton is not on the margins of California's future. Stockton is central to it, and it is why we act the way we do now. That is why I've focused on readiness, which is not just a word, it's a governing principle. Are we ready when opportunity comes? Are we ready when disaster hits? Are we ready when families ask whether their children can build a future here? My answer is, we're getting ready, and we are moving with urgency. Readiness means we know our needs. It means we have a plan to train the workforce. It means we hire the right people to lead citywide initiatives to make real change. It means we know where to put the right resources to address the symptoms, not the problem. It means that we know why policies work, so we don't waste time and money on those that don't. And under this administration, I want this to be the mandate and be it very clear. Stockton is paying attention. We are paying attention to big projects and the small fixes, paying attention to our downtown and every district, paying attention to schools, because a city that does not support children is not serious about its future. Now, City Hall does not run schools, but the future of our schools and our city are inseparable. When students are safe walking to school, that is us. When families have access to parks, libraries, recreation, and youth programs, that is us. When roads, lightings, crossing, and neighborhoods support learning, that is us. I spent nearly all of my life in education, and I know that talent is distributed evenly. Unfortunately, opportunity is not. And I refuse to accept a future where a child's zip code determines the size of their dreams. When we talk about public safety, we're also talking about youth opportunity. When we talk about economic development, we're talking about education. These issues are connected because people's lives are connected. Now, let me say something directly to the residents who are impatient. I understand. You should be impatient. You should expect results. You should expect us to move faster, communicate better, and deliver more. I welcome that expectation because people of Stockton have been asked to be patient for far too long. Patient with broken systems, patient with slow responses, patient with promises that sounded good, but were never executed because the ones making the promises didn't understand the work. That is why my commitment is not to defend the way things have always been done. My commitment is to improve them. I've been on the front lines with several departments, you saw, and with city staff, and they're telling me what their needs are. And in June, I'm expanding public participation in government with monthly town halls so that just you and I, where you live, where you are at, are able to work together to improve government from your government. And improvement doesn't always happen overnight, but it does happen when leadership is consistent, when staff is empowered, when departments are aligned, when priorities are clear, and when the city is honest about what it is doing. That is the culture we're building, a culture of follow-through, service, and common sense, a culture where promises are not just made at campaign events, but tracked in budgets, plans, grant applications, project timelines, and results. Promises made, promises kept. And when a promise is still in progress, we'll tell you that too, because trust is not built by pretending. Trust is built by doing. Trust is one block at a time. I know Stockton's challenges are real, but I also know this city. I know the pride and grit of Stockton. I know the people, most of whom do not make speeches, do not seek credit, do not wait for applause. They just show up every day and keep the city going. The small business owner, the teacher, the firefighter, the police officer, public works employee, park worker, the parent, and the student who still believe in a better future because they are Stockton. And that is who we are working for. Not the comment section, not the rumor mill, not for the politics of division. We are working together for the people who need government to function. We are working for the people who love this city enough to expect better from it. And we are working for the next generation that deserves to inherit a Stockton that is safer, cleaner, stronger, and more prepared than the one we have today. And what I want you to know is that Stockton is not finished. We're not perfect. We're not pretending all of our problems are small or solved. But Stockton is focused. Stockton is working. Stockton is organized. Stockton is keeping its promises. And Stockton is ready. We're ready to improve public safety, ready to clean up neighborhoods, ready to strengthen infrastructure, ready to support youth, ready to work with partners at every level to deliver for the people of Stockton. The work ahead is not easy, but I didn't ask for this job because it's easy. I asked for this job because I love and believe in Stockton. I believe in our people, I believe in our potential, and I believe that when a city decides to move together, there is no one that can define us but us. Because our city, this is our city, this is our responsibility, and this is our movement, because Stockton is ready. So we're gonna play another video, the last video. But before we get there, I just wanna make sure that you guys understand that this didn't happen overnight, these videos. I wanted to be able to show you better than tell you. And I wanna make sure that we give credit to where credit is due. I wanna thank Optic. I want to thank Tony, Louie, Mary Ann, Ernestina, and Thomas. I also wanna thank Hood App and GeForce Productions. Roll that tape.
Tell me if I crossed the line. I ain't tryna hurt myself. Didn't wanna
So that agenda item we're done with. And if I was to give you a call to action, it would be to spread the good news of Stockton. Speak positively about Stockton. Let people know that Stockton is ready. Because if we don't tell anybody, then nobody thinks that we're doing that. So I think it's important that you tell one friend, two friends, heck, tell 10. That would be better. So we're moving on to the next agenda item, and that is for public comment. So City Clerk.
Sorry, we have received no public comment cards.
Okay, wonderful. Well, then with that being said, I don't know, what time is it? Somebody tell me the time. 1:23, the meeting's adjourned. Have a great day, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. And again, speak positive about our city and get involved. Thank you.